Hey guys, it's Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I would love to have you as a subscriber. Go ahead and click the red subscribe button so that you won't miss any additional videos. I share a lot of different type of content on my channel, from cooking and cleaning to lifestyle videos to budget friendly videos. And I also have some vlog style videos. So go ahead and click subscribe. I'm sure you'll find something on my channel that will leave you entertained. So today's Financial Friday video is going to be talking about starting your budget or having to start over on your budget. We are at the point where our emergency fund is non-existent. And if you're wondering, how it all came about, I kind of started feeling bad. I started having really bad chest pains. And at first it would come and then it would go. And I just kind of brushed it off. And then I started having a little bit of trouble sleeping. Like when I laid down, I kind of felt like I couldn't breathe well. So I went to my doctor, talked to him about it, and he gave me some medicine because he thought that I was having like some gastric problems, that I was kind of having heartburn at night. So I started taking the medication that he prescribed, and then it got worse. Like the pain never subsided. It gotten to the point where I was just kind of in pain all the time. Whenever I breathed, I was in pain. And so, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I sing a lot at church, and I remember one Sunday I just had to go outside and I was just kind of bent over in the parking lot because my chest was hurting so bad. And at that point, no one knew that I was going through any of this except for Stephen. And so he left service and he came outside to see about me. And then that's when we knew, we need to go a little further with this. So we went back to the doctor and they started doing a lot of x-rays, taking a lot of blood, just doing whatever they could to find out what was going on with me. And I was really having trouble sleeping by this point. Whenever I laid on my back, it just felt like a fat baby was sitting on my chest, and I couldn't lay on my side. I couldn't even stand for Stephen to put his arm around me while we were sleeping. I was just in a lot of pain. So finally, we got a diagnosis, and I was having some trouble with my lymph nodes and there was like an infection that was attacking my lymph nodes. And so I had to have a surgery to kind of get everything out and to take some samples and everything and make sure that it wasn't anything more serious than that. And thank Jesus, it wasn't anything more serious than that. My family was really worried that it was going to be something more serious, but God will provide. He is a healer, and he really came through for me. And now I am good. I don't have problems with it anymore, and it was my right lung that was giving me the trouble. For those of you who are new, and for some of you old subscribers who may have forgotten, Stephen was working sort of a contractual job position, and with that, we did not have solid insurance like Blue Cross Blue Shield. There was no insurance from his employer, I'll put it that way. So we had to get our own insurance. And at the time when I got sick, the insurance that we had was not very solid. It didn't cover everything, and we were not really aware of that. The doctor that we were referred to was not in their umbrella. He was not under their umbrella of coverage. And so when I did have to have surgery, and during like all of the diagnostic processes, a lot of that stuff was just not covered by our insurance at the time, and we did not know about that. So when I had surgery, and you fast forward after the fact, we ended up with a ton of medical bills. So we ended up having to pay medical bills, and I wanted to kind of get a lot of the medical bills out of the way, so we paid a good chunk of it out of our emergency fund. I did set up some payment plans for some of the other medical bills, and then we started to pay things down. Things were kind of going well, and then we hit another bump in the road where, Stephen had to basically change jobs. So then we had to take our emergency fund and put it towards household things. From that point, we just had a lot of financial issues that came from me having to have the surgery. But I'm really grateful that the doctor went ahead and did everything that he could do, even though he knew that our insurance was not covering him. I mean, he never once said anything to us about the insurance not covering everything that was needed to be done. They never really questioned our insurance carrier. I mean, he did everything absolutely possible to make sure that at the end of the day, I was taken care of. And I'm very grateful for that, because there are so many doctors nowadays that would have just pushed me to the side and, given me the runaround. And this guy is like the best in our area, and I'm really grateful for him. And that's where we are right now. We want to get out of debt completely. We are still working towards being financially free. And now we're going to get our budget back off of the ground, even though we've come into some stumbling blocks along the way. This is real life, y'all. This is how things happen. Sometimes things just don't happen the way that you plan. And trust me, the medical things that I went through, they were not planned. I mean, you just don't plan those type of things. We are not dismayed. We know that God is going to come through. And, y'all just keep us in your prayers and send us some positive thoughts as we go through this journey. And we're going to start over together. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe. Leave any comments or questions down below. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.